is your monthly text campaigns, is it generating you not just hundreds of dollars, not just hundreds of dollars? No, I want it generating you thousands of dollars every single month. And if it's not, then you are in the right place, because today I'm going to be giving you my best practices, my pro tips to increase not only your open rate, right? Because text is so awesome that even if you suck, your open rates generally are pretty good, right? But really what is important is I want to increase your conversion rates on your next aesthetic text promotion that you send out to your database, all right? So let's dive in. So I can share with you some different ideas that is really going to be a game changer to level up your conversion rates when it comes to sending out text messages. Now, first off, if you're not sending text messages, and I'm just not talking about appointment reminders, right? That to me is a given, but I'm talking about promotional texts, event texts, new treatment texts, right? Contests, or like, this is what gets people to take action. This is the preferred form of communication these days, guys. So if you are not doing this, you are leaving revenue on the table. It really is that simple. All right. So if you're not on the text boat, make sure that you jump on and follow these tips, implement it, because it could be game changer for your med spa. All right, so the very first thing is when it comes to text is that you need to make it super, super easy. So some of the ways that you can make it super easy is, first and foremost, that your texting platform needs to have two-way communication, right? A lot of EMR and schedulers, some have two-way text messaging, but there's a lot out there that only do one-way text, meaning you can send something to someone, but they can't respond back to you. And that's not keeping it easy, right? Whether they want to take action, schedule appointment, or even, purchase right away, right? So you need to keep it easy. It's got to be two-way texting. I love including links to immediately purchase as well, because I don't know about you, but I'm pretty busy, and there's sometimes for promotional text campaigns that I receive, I want them, I'm excited for them, but I don't have all time during the day or even during the evening when I have my mom hat on to really read them or take action yet, right? But after I've gotten the kids to bed and I'm laying in bed and I'm scrolling or I'm going through my text messages, I would love to be able to click and purchase, click and schedule. And so if you have the capability to create the links, right, and not crazy long URLs, because that's not good deliverability, but links to take action is greatly going to increase your conversion rate. In fact, we had a client that put their Black Friday promotions on e-commerce this year, and they generated an extra $30,000 in revenue compared to what they did last year. And their services or their promotions really were not that different, right? But because they made it so simple for people to take action, it exploded. It absolutely exploded. And it's so fun to wake up to a sale, right? It's so fun to make money while you are sleeping. So consider adding in purchase links when possible, when it makes sense. The next thing, a part of making it easy, is you actually have to respond when they respond to you, right? If they have a question, if they want to purchase it, if they want to schedule, then your team better be ready and grab that while it's still there. I can't tell you how many times I've seen text promos go out. They do all this work to create graphics and great copy and decide what the offers are going to be. And then people want to give them business and it takes them over a day to get back to them. That's not how to do it, folks. All right. Additionally, when you put promotions out there, your team needs to be prepared on how to handle questions, overcome objections. So you need to put yourself in the patient's point of view or mindset, like pretend like you're the patient or the buyer or the customer, right? And what questions would they have when you see the promo or the special? Sometimes we get on our own way because we're the expert and it's second nature. It comes from our gut. And this is where you always want to go back to like, keep it simple, stupid, right? Like you got to bring it down to a third grade level. You got to be ready to answer all of those questions. So the next tip that you want to do is that you want to identify your brand early. So I challenge you to go back through your text messages during Black Friday, and I want you to look at all the different promos that you received. And most people have, you know, a number of large brands that they follow or engage, right? So, and what you're going to find is all of those large brands, those national retailers, is they're putting their brand name or their business and then their offer, right? So a lot of times we'll be like, hey, and then we'll do a custom value to insert their first name. That's kind of an older practice that's soon becoming a little bit outdated. And if you follow a lot of the national brands, again, they're putting their brand name, and then their message, because when you are busy and not able to immediately look at your messages and you see on your notification preview, right, comes up, and you want to know who it's from, right? And so that's helping people to quickly know and identify where it's coming from. Also, a lot of carriers out there is frankly messing up the custom values, and they're switching last name and first name. And so again, it's kind of an outdated practice, right? You also want to include a graphic or an image. I love before and after pictures. I love branded pictures, right? Of course, like if you're one of my clients, I send you a text message every week where my team creates a cute little image with a headline of what we're talking about today, and some picture of myself, you know, pointing. I think today I was like on my phone, right? Because we're talking about texting, and it helps it stand out. It helps it be memorable. It's engaging, right? That is the whole point. You want people to pay attention. So use before and after pictures, use graphics, use images, use branded team things to personalize it, humanize yourself, and it's going to make all the difference. You also want to make sure that the messages are short and sweet, right? But you want to make sure that you're highlighting the problem that it solves or the benefit that they are going to get, right? Because people don't always know the names of the different devices or treatments, right? And so they need more meat to that. Now, you don't want to become long-winded. And so one of the pro tips that I like to do is to complement sending an email in conjunction with your text message that has a lot more, you know, social proof, a lot more explaining, educating, credentialing, right? Gives you that more meat to complement that text message. But if you don't have, and I hope you don't have like a crazy long list on what you're sending out in that text, if you do, you know, maybe 3, 5 tops, right? You're able to say, like, don't just say IPL, right? Let people know that that's going to get rid of, you know, sunspots, brown spots. Like, you have to educate them because a lot of people don't know what IPL is, right? And so make sure that you are telling them either what problem you're going to solve, right? Or what benefit they're going to gain from it. So it's really important to include problem and benefit, okay? Or at least one or the other. The next is you want to highlight either the potential savings or the added value that they're going to receive. Again, this is example is patients don't know what they don't know. So you mean like, this is like the best deal in the world. Oh my gosh, I'm giving them the best added value, but they don't know about it, right? So if you're doing buy 100 units of Botox for only $1,000, and so what, you know, let's do the math, that's $10 a unit, and you're regularly, you know, $14 a unit, they need to know they're saving $400. That's like, you know, for some people, that's like one time, an additional appointment a year, right? But they may only see $1,000 and be like, oh gosh, no, I'm going to wait kind of thing, right? But if they know that what the savings they're getting, right, then they're going to gobble it right up. Another example is on added value, right? So if you're saying, for example, buy a package of 3 Opus treatments and get an Epicurious luxury skincare set and recovery mask, well, that's great, right? But all I'm seeing is, oh, $3,000. But if I know that I'm going to get this beautiful, great luxury skincare set and recovery mask that's valued at $500, that's going to set me up for my daily skincare regimen for, you know, the next 3 months, and my recovery time is going to drastically reduce because I have that amazing recovery mask, then great, sign me up, right? But if we don't tell our patients why they should buy it or what is in it for them, they're just going to keep passing on by. You also want to make sure that you are creating a sense of urgency. So you want to put when the offer expires. You want to, you know, you could also use the next 10 patients, the next 3 patients. I mean, how annoying is it when Best Buy does their Black Friday deals and they limit it to, like, you know, only the next 10 people, and they have thousands of clients or customers, but it works. It works when you dangle that fruit, okay? It gets people to take action. And then you can have the opportunity, once those are gone, to have an additional offer as well. But use different tools like that to create urgency. Another thing I love to do is to really personalize these messages and come across as being your patient's personal shopper. I have a couple people in my life in a couple different categories that literally, when they say, Caitlin, you need to buy this, Caitlin, you need to get this, it's like, okay, like, I don't ask questions. I just, you know, click the link or here's my card kind of. And that's what you want with your patients. So how you can pull that off through text messages, a couple different ways. Okay. First, you want to speak very conversational, like girlfriend to girlfriend. Add emojis, like, don't be so rigid. Okay. And the next thing is that's super powerful and will allow you to customize your messaging so much more is to segment your list. Send targeted messages or campaigns when you segment your list. So for example, if you know, like, you could pull a list of anyone that has bought Sculptra, right? And then you could give them a specific promo, and you can even dangle that code. It's like, hey, you got, because you got Sculptra, I think this would be really great for you. Or like, hey, you took advantage of X promotion last year. We want to offer you a special invitation. Hey, you has been designated as a VIP client at such and such med spa. And so you have first access to X, Y, and Z offer, right? Makes us feel special, makes us feel like you're thinking about us, watching out for us, really, really after, like, what it is that's going to make our life better. And so you just really want to try to personalize it as much as possible. And a little pro tip that I love to do in personalization is to do a voicemail drop before sending a text message. Now, I wouldn't do a voicemail drop before sending it to my entire patient database if I was you. However, when you are doing real targeted campaigns, I think it's a great idea. Like when you're doing VIPs for events, send them a voicemail drop. Super, super powerful. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure that you talk to your account manager, because I would love for you to utilize voicemail drops. It's very, very powerful. All right, guys, the last tip that I want to share with you is that you need to track your results. Don't just throw something against the wall and see if it sticks. You want to track your results. So you're going to track your unsubscribe rates, or stops, right? People that opt out. You want to track the number of RSVPs that responded if it's for an event. And of course, you want to track your sales. Now, why this is so important? It's because I want you to eventually not really have to think too much about what your monthly promos are going to be from one year to the next. Like, wouldn't it be nice? And I see my clients have challenges with this quarterly and annually as well, because they're not planning and tracking long term. It's like they're just surviving the month, right? And when we're just in survival mode or seeing like what's going to stick, and not truly testing and tracking results, then we are not making good informed decisions in our business. So you want to track those results. And I love looking at not just the month or the quarter, but the whole year. And then it makes it so much easier the following year to plan. Even if you're just doing it a month or a quarter or even a year at a time, when you have your data all in one place from the previous year, it makes it so much easier, so much enjoyable to be able to plan ahead instead of just surviving the day. Okay, guys, I hope that you found these tips helpful. And I really encourage you, challenge you to be an action taker and just take at least one of the tips that you learned today and include it in your next tax promotion, because it's not about being perfect. It's not about doing every little thing that I shared with you, but getting a little bit better every single time, every single month. And that's what it's all about. So, hey, Fonda, thanks for joining me. Lots of new people. Hey, Park Med Spa, where are you guys at? Hey, Shannon. Hunt Valley, where are you guys at? Hey, Jonathan. I hope you're placing lots of injectors and new fabulous med spas all across the country. Hey, Kaylee. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. All right, guys, if you loved this training, make sure that you share it with your team or another med spa that could benefit. And you can catch the replay on my YouTube channel. And to get access to more free trainings that can grow your med spa, visit my link tree in my social bio. And be sure to join me, guys, every week, every Wednesday, 2:30 Central Time, same place. Catch me on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm everywhere, guys. And I love seeing you here. Thanks so much. Bye.